changes for Wolves and a debut for the new signing Jean-Rickner Bellegarde. The Frenchman replaces Pablo Sarabia. The other changes up front where Hwang Hee-chan comes in for Fabio Silva. Manchester City loanee Tommy Doyle is on the bench, and Nelson Semedo plays his 100th Premier League game.
Yeah, it's been a mixed start to the season for Wolves in terms of results, but actually I think Gary O'Neill could be reasonably pleased with how the team's adapted and performed since he's come into the job at such short notice. I know there's a lot of hope with Matheus Cunha at the top, because that's where the biggest problems are in the box, so we'll be hoping to rectify that this afternoon.
So let's have a look at Liverpool then. Jurgen Klopp makes 3 changes today. Trent Alexander-Arnold is injured, so 20-year-old Jarell Quansah makes his first start in the Premier League at right back. Elsewhere, Darwin Núñez and Luis Diaz drop down to the bench, replaced by Cody Gakpo and the Wolves' old boy Diogo Jota. Núñez does have a slight knock after international duty. Ryan Gravenberch is a substitute, as is the fit again, Ibrahima Konate.
Yeah, I think the big thing for Jurgen Klopp is just selection issues. Essentially, he's had a load of players away on international duty, making long journeys, so he's put together a team that he thinks can obviously win the game. He's got goals out there, he's got a team
body. So we're at Molineux today as the players emerge from the tunnel, the colourful and noisy home of Wolverhampton Wanderers, for a game that could take Liverpool top of the table, albeit in a season that's still very much wet behind the ears. The Premier League back after the first international break of the new season, and with the transfer window now closed and the new signings settling in nicely, we can really look forward to what lies ahead. The teams lining up, and the Premier League weekend gets underway with Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Liverpool on TNT Sports. So there's a debut today for that man there, the summer signing, Jean-Rickner Bellegarde. He's into the Wolves midfield, having played 3 times already this season for Patrick Vieira at Strasbourg. And what a day for 20-year-old Jarell Quansah. He joined the Liverpool Academy as a 5-year-old. He came on against Newcastle and Aston Villa, and today starts in place of Trent Alexander-Arnold. Well, there's the Liverpool manager. According to Joe Cole and Peter Crouch, he has the swagger back. Liverpool unbeaten in 15 Premier League matches. Gary O'Neill was a coach at Liverpool before joining Jonathan Woodgate at Bournemouth and eventually embarking on his own managerial career. He got the job at the Vitality last season after that 9-0 defeat at Anfield, and there's a huge disparity today in terms of experience between the two managers. Referee today, Michael Oliver, had international games himself to officiate. The VAR is Paul Tierney. And the players are gathering here around the centre circle at Molineux, because before the match we're going to observe a moment's silence following the tragic events in Morocco and Libya.
All at Wolves were saddened by the recent tragic events in Morocco and Libya, which have seen thousands of people lose their lives and thousands more their homes. We'll now partake in a period of silence to pay tribute to all of those people affected by these awful events. This will start and end on the referee's whistle.
A moment silently observed. Well, there's plenty of history here between the teams. Liverpool clinched a title at Molineux in the mid-70s, the days of Toshack and Keegan, and while the ground has changed since then, it remains a long and storied rivalry. Liverpool start third, but will go top with a win. A victory for Wolves will join a group of 4 teams on 6 points if they can get all 3 points here today. So off we go, the gold shirts of Wolves, the all-red of Liverpool, a Liverpool team, Jermaine, that started this season very impressively.
Yeah, they have. And, I think you could see at the back end of last season, Jurgen Klopp got over the frustrations of the early parts of the season. He got them playing in a certain way, adapted Trent's position at times just to kind of get some performances out of them. But with the additions that he's added to the squad this year, I think as the lad was saying, he looks like a happier man. He looks, like he's starting to see that vision in his side now. They've just got to put it all together on the pitch.
Just one little alteration to the lineups is the fact that Joe Gomez is right back and Jarell Quansah, the 20-year-old, has started off as a centre-back here on the left side alongside Joel Matip.
Yeah, I mean, he's already asking Joe Gomez to go and do pretty much what Trent did and go into those central areas and get on the ball, and where Joel Matip comes out to this right-hand side. So it'll be interesting to keep an eye on how that develops.
Here's the first involvement for the new man through the challenge there of Gomez. It's a bustling, strong run by the new man that brings the first corner, and that was a nice introduction to the Premier League for him.
Well, yeah, they'll enjoy that. All energy this was. They're just driving at Joe Gomez. Gets a little bit of luck here, I think, riding that challenge, but after that he's just trying to get to the line and do something positive, which he did.
So the first opportunity today for the centre-backs, and there they are, Craig Dawson and the captain Max Kilman to get forward. Dawson with a very good scoring record in his career in matches against Liverpool. Corner taken by Neto, and they got the little flick at the near post as well.